We're on day 35 of our quarantine. What? Oh, day 3. Guess we'll make some cookies. Okay, we're going to do some chocolate chip cookies today. We're going to do some kind of decadent, thick cookies. This recipe is going to make probably about, believe it or not, only 8 cookies. So, we'll go ahead and get started. I've got a cup of cold butter. I took it right out of the refrigerator and cut it up, put it in the mixer bowl. But before I get this going, I'm going to get all my dry ingredients mixed together so that when the time comes to add them, they'll be ready. So in this bowl, I have 2 and 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. That's going to hopefully lighten it a little bit. Ooh, Lord, sorry about that. This is 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. So we'll just get that all ready to go into the mixer after we get the butter and sugar and all that stuff creamed together. Okay, over here, like I said, I've got a cup, which is 2 sticks of cold butter. I'm going to add to that a cup of brown sugar, packed brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. So let's do this trick one-handed. We're going to turn it on. It's going to get loud. It's going to go for about 4 minutes or so until that gets nice and incorporated. So I will not make you listen to a loud mixer for 4 minutes. So I'll be back after 4 minutes. Okay, there is 4 minutes later. I'm going to go ahead and just scrape down the sides of the bowl. And I just wanted to show this to you. This is from Mad Hungry. It's called a spurtle. It is the best invention in the whole wide world. It will get right down the sides into the bottom of your mixer bowl. Look at that. Okay, that's a plug. I'm not getting any money for that, but you can see how wonderful that works. So, after we do that, 4 minutes, 4 or 5, whatever, I'm going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. So I'm just going to drop 1. Oh, that was like a slow motion reverse. How about that? Okay, I'll turn it back on. We'll get that incorporated. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the other one. Turn that back on. Ignore the barking dog. I'm going to let that go until it's incorporated pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and scrape down the bowl, and then I'm going to add some vanilla. So, when you do that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I got that all done. I'm going to go ahead and put in about a teaspoon of vanilla or more. Alrighty, and then go ahead and get that separated. I don't know if you can see, the batter is not going to be smooth because it's going to have little tiny chunks of that cold butter still inside. So after that's ready, we're going to go ahead and dump in our dry ingredients carefully. There we go. All right, I'll go ahead and turn it on low. Ignore the barking dog again. There we go. We're gonna let this go just until it gets incorporated. This is not necessarily something I would suggest because that butter's so cold in the beginning that you try to make by hand unless you missed your workout for the day and you really want to get your arm strength built. So I'm going to stop it. It's not completely done, but I'm going to stop it now. And I'm going to go ahead and add. This is a 12-ounce package of semi-sweet chips. And this is 2 cups of chopped walnuts. And they're really not like finely chopped. They're pretty coarse because you want to be able to know that those walnuts are in there. So I'm going to go ahead and dump these in very carefully as well. Yay. Okay. Turn that on again. Just get that mixed. Not very long. Don't overmix it. You'll get cookies that are like a piece of bread. Okay. That's about it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get this cleaned off. I'll get my cookie sheets ready and then we'll be back. Okay, so as you can see, I dumped the cookie dough out onto my marble cutting board. You totally don't have to do this. I did it just so, because we're only making 8 cookies, I wanted to get them as even as possible in the, I suppose, the least messiest way I could. So just divide it into 4 and then divide these in half. And obviously you could use a cookie or ice cream scoop, you know, like I usually would say to do. And then you're just gonna sort of put them in big, round blobs. So yeah, you could make these smaller if you wanted to. You don't have to do it this way, but we are in the middle of a national emergency. So eat the cookies big while you can. These are gonna bake in a 400-degree oven, which is kind of hot for a cookie, but they're awfully thick and they've got a lot of baking to do in the amount of time they're in the oven, and you don't want them to be in there for 45 minutes. So there's the first sheet, put 4 on a sheet. The oven is ready. I'm going to go ahead and get the other 4 on the other cookie sheet, get them in the oven, and I'll be back when they're done. Okay, are you ready for this? Don't look at the dirty oven. What? Oh my gosh. Those look amazing. Okay, so now as much as you would just love to just like grab it and eat it, you have to let it set for at least 10 minutes to let it set, because obviously it's a humongous cookie and we need it to set so it doesn't ooze out all over when we eat it. So I'll try to hold out for 10 minutes and we'll do a little taster. Okay, everybody, here they are. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my gosh, would you look at that? Lock the doors. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Just a little reminder, it's a tough time out there. Be good to everybody. Remember, spread goodness like butter.